In today's video, we are checking out a brand new mod all based around an alien invasion, with the ability to take over the local wildlife, locate and gather new technology from crashed meteors, and even create some insanely powerful weapons. So let's just jump straight into it. So on the channel, we've checked out quite a few different alien mods, and you know, whether that's like infection ones like parasites, or giant tripods that destroy everything in sight. Oh, there it is. Or even the aliens from, well, Alien. But the mod that I'm going to be showing you guys in today's video does things a little differently. And I will quickly mention that this mod is still work in progress, but trust me when I say that the animations and the sounds and everything with this is actually insane. So let me show you what this extraterrestrial invasion actually looks like. So whilst you're exploring your world, you might come across certain structures that look just like this one. And this right here is known as an extraterrestrial object, which basically means that at one point these things actually fell from the sky and landed all across your world. And these meteor type structures can actually spawn in different sizes. I think there's 3 different sizes. This is the small one right here, as well as spawning in pretty much every biome. But for the most part, you are going to run into these a hell of a lot more if you are in a snowy or icy type of environment. But within the structure itself, you will be able to find things like the meteorite steel ore, as well as these large extraterrestrial energy clusters, which are definitely going to be useful in the long run. And even some new glowy blocks as well to decorate with. So yeah, when you come across these things, definitely make sure to get all the ores. There are actually some inside as well, as you see there. There is more on the inside. So yeah, trust me when I say that you definitely need to collect these resources for the rest of the stuff in the mod. But let me show you what else landed on this planet, which is another smaller structure that you can find, and this right here is the nest. And yeah, it's actually grim to look at. Oh, and from a distance, this does look very similar to the other meteorites, but obviously we've got all this like gooey stuff like the techno-flesh membrane coming out. And yeah, this right here in the middle is actually the nest itself. So you can see that it's actually going to be spitting out all these different creatures right here. And before we get into the creatures, as you can see, the animations are absolutely amazing with this mod. Let me just say that unlike a lot of the other like invasion or infection type mods, this one isn't really going to like build up and just take over your world entirely and just be a pain to deal with, as it's more so a case of just always being in the world. So you're never really going to get rid of it, but just these extraterrestrials having a space in this world is already scary enough. So if we come all the way out here on the ice so you can see it a little bit better, and we place a normal pig, eventually this thing is going to be able to infest that pig right there, as you saw. And I'm not sure if it's just pigs or if it's other cows as well, like different livestock. Oh yeah, it definitely is. Okay, but let me try villagers right here. I think villagers are pretty much safe from these things. Oh no, they're definitely not either. Okay, so once they've actually merged with the host that they're going for, you can see that they do completely disappear, and there's not really a way to tell who's infected and who isn't, apart from like the occasional particles right there. And yeah, this dude is acting very, very weird right now. And I'm not actually 100% on how long it takes for these guys to actually transform, or if you actually have to do damage to them. Oh, so when you actually kill something that's infected, the little like mite thing actually just pops right back out. And yeah, I think that this spawner right here actually works very similar to like the other like default spawners in the game, where as soon as you go near it, it is actually going to start to activate. So probably best just to avoid this whole area and going inside the nest. But eventually you are going to bump into a flesh maiden right here, and look at this thing. Just listen to the sounds of this. Like the whole design with these creatures being like half organic and then half like cybernetic is actually just so gross to think about. So let me go ahead and put one of those guys right there, hop on into survival mode, and you can start to see what this guy actually does. Look how horrific this thing moves as well. It's got like the 2 blades in his arms. He does actually do a pretty decent amount of damage. Like, look at that. Oh god. And in terms of them actually noticing you, like, you don't have to be close at all. Like, look how far away I was just then, and this guy's already onto me. And then the last mob that we have right now is the Extraterrestrial Reaper. And from what I can tell, since this is an early development, they are going to be adding a lot more creatures, as well as a good handful of bosses as well. But let me show you guys the Reaper right here. Look at this dude. The dude on the thumbnail, like, this thing is just so gross. And again, the sound effects for this, like, listen to this. There's something about a mixture of like cybernetic stuff and like flesh like that. It's just so grim. Like with the designs of these guys, it almost looks like a robot that's like started to actually like outgrow the thing that it infected in the first place. Like I really like the uniqueness of this mod just for that alone. Like so well done. So let's go ahead and hop back into survival mode right here. And let me show you the damage that this Reaper can do. Okay, first we need to find him. I completely forgot where we put him. Here we go. Oh my god, the aggro range on these guys is actually nuts. Like they notice you from so far away. Look at that as well, like the glowing eye in the mouth. Like that is so creepy. And yeah, in terms of damage, these guys aren't actually too crazy compared to the other ones, but realistically, if there was like a whole horde of these guys coming at you, it's going to be a bad time. And yeah, they are definitely a lot quicker than like a zombie or anything like that. Like they are really moving with that. Look at them go. And so as far as alien invasions or infections go, of course, they do have a weakness. And yeah, realistically, you can use the base weapons right here, but you're not going to exactly get very far because, as you can see, you can't even get close enough to actually hit these things without taking the full damage. So like I said at the beginning, with a small meteorite, you are going to want to collect all these steel ores right here, because once you've actually collected enough of this stuff, then you can actually create a whole toolkit based on that alloy itself. So we have the extraterrestrial sword right here. And when we hover over it, it does actually say that it attacks inflicts cosmic irradiation on the opponent and also deals increased damage to the techno-flesh creatures. So yeah, it's going to be a hell of a lot better than just using the basic Minecraft stuff against these guys. And comparing this to a diamond sword right here, they literally do the exact same attack damage with the exact same attack speed. So realistically, forget about diamond and definitely just go for this one. And just to show you guys how effective these weapons actually are, let me hop back into survival. All it needs is a couple of attacks right there, and there you go. So these things are definitely worth grinding for. And as you probably saw with the debuff that these weapons give, it's going to be a lot easier to take these guys down. But realistically, those basic tools are just that. You know, they're going to help you out where they can, but we can get a hell of a lot more firepower. Which is where we come back to the meteorite, and you want to be looking for these crystals right here, these energy clusters. And you do want to grab as many of these as you can, which you can harvest simply just by mining any of these crystals on top. Oh, these guys always show up at the worst times, I swear. But yeah, you can mine these just by using a pickaxe and you'll get a good stack of them, which is where we can move on to this mod's main weapons right here. And as you can see, they are definitely a little bit of an upgrade compared to the original toolkit. So you can see we've got like a drill right there. We've got a sword with like a chain going around it. We've got an original chainsaw right there. And then we also have a flamethrower. And in the mod, these are known as the advanced weapons, which is where you're going to need batteries to actually power them, which again, that's why we collected all the clusters earlier. So let me show you what these weapons are capable of. Starting out with the drill right here, the advanced hand drill. So for the most part with the drill, you can actually just hit them normally like this. But as you can see, it isn't going to give them any sort of like debuffs or anything like that. But if we go ahead and hold right click, this is where we can actually do a little bit more damage per hit right here until they actually go just like that. But the drill's main function isn't actually to kill. It's actually to mine just like this. Like, look at this. It's basically like an insta mine right here. But if I do hop into survival, you will see that we do have like a little duration bar, and that isn't like the damage for the weapon or anything like that. But if I hover over it, it's actually the energy capacity that I was talking about earlier, which is why having those batteries and those clusters available is always going to help you out. And yeah, just from drilling for about 20 seconds, you can really stack up resources this way. Up next, we have the chainsaw itself. Look at this thing. This thing makes a really cool sound. Listen to this. And just like before, of course, it is a chainsaw. It's going to do a hell of a lot of damage when you just hold it on these guys. But of course, since it is a chainsaw, it is going to really help you when it comes to mining wood and trees and stuff like that. So if you wanted to clear out an area quickly, again, all of these tools basically work as tools, but, you know, realistically, they are very good at killing things. So yeah, the choice is yours if you want to use them for building or if, you know, you want to do some extraterrestrial cleanup. We also have the advanced chainsword right here. And unlike the other two tools, this one is literally just for fighting. So as you can see, it does actually give them like a debuff right there. And there's no right click or anything like that. You literally just use it as a regular sword. And yeah, getting a few crits in is actually pretty insane. Like, you can literally 3-tap anything with this. And I have saved the best till last, as this guy will agree. We do have the flamethrower. And in terms of model design, like, all the weapons and everything in this mod is so well made and like created. Like, even having the little flame coming out of the pipe at the end there to like get ready to like ignite is such a cool little touch. And as expected, holding the right mouse button launches a stream of flame that burns everything in front of it. Enemies hit by the stream of flame take increased fire damage. So if I just spawn a couple of those guys right there and hit him with one of these, look how sick this flamethrower is. Like, instead of it just being like the classic like Minecraft fire particles, like, look how nice this looks. Like, I don't think I've seen fire effects in Minecraft that look that good. And yeah, obviously, the more that you hold this down on a creature, the more damage it is going to do over time. Yeah, just be a little bit careful if you are using this near a build or anything, because it will go up very, very fast. And I've barely scratched the surface when it comes to this mod, because there are so many other like helpful like blocks and items that you can actually use, such as this crystal former right here, that when you actually place it in a cold biome, it will start to create those crystals for you, so you don't even have to go out and look for them. We have a little station that we can throw tools on to actually charge them up, so you don't have to care about batteries or anything like that. And even a portable charger, so you can take out multiple batteries at once, so you know you don't have to interrupt your hard work. But yeah, as soon as I saw this mod, I was like, damn, I need to check that out. Like, just from the visual alone, like, it just looks so unique compared to a lot of the other ones. And the fact that it is early development means that they're probably going to add a whole bunch more stuff when it comes to this. So if you're looking for like an alien or extraterrestrial type like mini infection mod to add that isn't going to just completely ruin or corrupt your entire world, definitely check this one out. It's really, really cool. So if you did enjoy this short showcase, be sure to like the video, comment down below, or even consider subscribing. And I will see you guys in the next one.
Bye.